Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Ville, welcome to the show. You'll have to excuse the horrible lighting. We're gonna choose horrible lighting with lightning versus good lighting with no lightning, right? Did it make sense? Made sense. Today's subject is kind of simple. Training your mind. The mind is a beautiful thing, you see? The mind, it's the human as a whole. Don't matter your race, your age, your sex, your orientation. It's a beautiful thing. Muscle get stronger. They can get weaker, but most of all, they get stronger, right? That's a beautiful thing. And you have this occasion where you get to train your muscle with the strength. You're more resilient. You're stronger, right? But the best part of human is their mind. Why? Well, because the mind is the CPU behind the whole machine. The mind, a good mind and a healthy body. A bad mind, a bad body. See, the mind is one of the most sensitive things. We choose to rot it, we choose to corrupt it, but we can choose to embrace it. The fact that we're able to process information, to process perception, to process opinion on X subject is a beautiful thing and its own. But the mind can be trained. For example, a lot of people talk about muscle memories, which is kind of similar. Think about it. But for example, right, you're a plumber, and you've been doing this job for years and years and years, and you have a case that you saw before. Well, your brain's gonna remember that, and it's kind of muscle memory. So you've been a plumber for years and years and years, and you learn the job, and you learn the job, and you master the job, and that knowledge that you train yourself in a certain optic for people, and it's kind of cool because a lot of the jobs start as it starts as a what should we call it? It starts as an interest, right? We had somebody in the TikTok live tonight, which was a sex doctor, not a gynecologist, a shrink for sex. I don't know how you fucking call it in English. I'm sorry, I'm French. Give me a fucking break. But with her, see, she has this knowledge because she studied it, right? That's what you would believe. But no, she has this knowledge because she works it on a day-to-day basic. Something that is really cool with the mind is the amount of language you can learn. I am lucky I speak French, English, a little bit of Russian, a lot of Romanian. That's four language, right? If I don't speak Russian, you see me often talk or count in Russian. It's because I want to keep that language in my mind. With Romanian is very similar to French, and French was my first tongue. So French being my first tongue, when I think in French. English, I listen to a lot of media. I do media in English, right? So it's different. But with her, it's something that she see every day. If you don't speak a language, right? If you don't speak a language, you'll forget it. And that is training your mind in certain optic. It's a beautiful thing. I thought the beauty of the mind was. I often thought for my whole life that the beauty of the mind is open-mindedness. The beauty of the mind is how much information you can assimilate. The best advice that was ever given to me, the best advice, I was working at A&W. I was looking at A&W, right? I had 2 weeks left because I gave my 2 weeks. I had a fight with one of the manager. She was a bitch. She was a bitch who would verbally abuse employees. And I didn't take it. I was in a bad mood. I don't know. I don't remember what happened. I was in a bad mood, whatever. But I didn't take it. Oh, the light is good here. Light is actually good here. Holy. So yeah, there was this customer there. And we used to, as again, I'm not proud of that, but we used to make fun of him because he kind of looked homeless, right? And we'd come in every single day. And life is weirdly made. Life is really, really weirdly made. And every day you would pay and change. There was a possibility that it was really homeless. And I had 2 weeks left. There was no customer. It was like 11. We were closing in 20 minutes. Our cleanup was done. I was bored. It was the same conversation. They were talking about work, and that was one of my last day. Like, I'm not gonna listen to the conversation, bro. I'm not gonna work here. So I actually went to clean the table. And it's work is really weirdly done. We had this when I was younger, I was 21, right? I used to work in this coffee shop. In this coffee shop, we would pick up a mug, clean it. So the client would take this coffee for 50 minutes, and I would have to clean a mug, which took me a couple seconds. I was a dishwasher, yeah. And one of my favorite things to do was to go customer to customer and just talk with them, because well, it gave us tip. First of all, let's be honest here. Second of all, it was people I didn't know. It was people I wouldn't know. It was people that helped me pass the day. I was bored most of the time, but I want to believe there's more than that. The same thing at A&W. That homeless guy, I talked to him, and for me, I don't know why he felt lonely. He felt lonely or something like that. I remember talking to him, and I'll always remember. I was about to leave, and he grabbed my arm, which really kind of scared me because I didn't know him, right? And he told me something I always remember. The best advice I was ever given. He told me, it's not about how much you know, it's how far the thing you know will take you. That is training your mind as understanding. The beauty of the mind I always thought was the fact that you can learn. The beauty of the mind is doing the same thing, learning the same thing, talking about the same thing. For oh, you see, mosquito with blood, which means it's my blood. And the beautiful thing is dedication, being able to listen to the same subject for years and years and years, and still be interested with it. I have this father who goes in his garden and he makes his garden and he has his garden every single fucking years. And I'm like, why? Is this almost all the time the same plants? Well, there's a real difference. It's dedication. I respect that now, right? It's a beautiful thing. A world of possibility. And you choose a couple. And it's a beautiful thing. That's how you train your mind. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.